Okay, we're back again here along Amber Valley Parkway. We're about a block and a half further east along Amber Valley Parkway, 4900 block. Earlier we were in the 5100 block Amber Crossing apartments, but as you can see here in the early morning light, the wreckage in front of me here is basically from a row garage. Beyond, you could see some vehicles parked right above the wreckage. They were in a garage, a very long row of garages that essentially, well, you can see there's nothing left of the garage itself. It's ended up here. It must have gotten caught four square by whatever hit here. The jury is out on whether it was tornadic activity or if in fact it was a microburst straight line winds here, but obviously some extremely heavy damage here. Behind me, the apartment directly behind me there has lost portions of its roof. The one next door also has lost some of its roof. Sir, my name is Don Haney. I'm with KFGO here in Fargo. Is this your van here?
Yeah.
It is. I can tell by your voice not happy. You live in this building behind here?
No, I live 2 buildings down.
2 buildings down, but you parked here in Amber Valley Parkway. Wrong place, wrong time. Not that you would expect anything, but as we go up here, you got a very nice construction trailer, a race trailer here, and a nice, pretty new Ford 250 here that is pretty significantly damaged.
Yes, sir.
When did you find the damage?
I was actually running over here to help my buddy out. They said the roof came off their apartment over here. So I came over here and I saw the garage was laying on my truck. So
man, that's hard to believe.
Pretty disappointed.
It is very disappointing. We haven't heard of any injuries. I guess that's the good news. Maybe some cuts and that sort of thing. But this is pretty incredible. Talk about being unlucky here. I mean, your truck suffered some pretty significant damage here.
Yeah. That apartment building though, they got water leaking in the top.
That's what we heard, and as you well know, I don't know if you ran out right when the storm hit, but it was rain and cats and dogs, and so you can imagine a lot of that water pouring and you don't have any roof protection. It's pretty bad. So I guess next plan of action is call the insurance agent, huh?
Yes, sir.
Oh man, I feel bad for you, but thanks very much. Mind giving me your name?
Randy Coleman.
Randy? Okay. Yep. All right. Thanks, Randy. Walking along here, you got to be careful where you walk. A lot of debris on the streets here. As we said, there's debris all the way down the street. As you get down to 45th, there's sprinkles of debris here and there. These apartments taking a pretty major hit. Fire, Salvation Army, Red Cross still on the scene here. Residents kind of walking around, still a little dazed by what hit them here this morning. Somewhere around between 4 and 4:30, not exactly sure of the time, but when that storm moved in, it had the basis to produce some high winds, which it did. We were estimating, we were in North Fargo at the time, believed that perhaps the winds were maybe in excess of 50 miles per hour based on the way the rain was coming in sideways and the fact that our news truck was actually bouncing up and down. But out here, obviously, the wind's much stronger. We did talk to one individual who told us he believes he saw what was a tornado. He came down this street off of 45th, drove down Amber Valley Parkway. He lives down in that next building, the building right down the street here. He says through the lightning flashes, he believes he saw a tornado. Others are telling us here this morning they believe perhaps it was a microburst. Those are associated with the powerful thunderstorms that moved through, very strong winds at the leading edge of that storm. Whatever it was, it, as we said, did some very significant damage. We've got buildings here that are suffering the effects of rain that came through where the roofs are off. Some of the residents have told us their apartments are taking a lot of water. Even the people on the second floors below the top floors are experiencing water coming into their apartments. One gentleman who lives in an apartment building across the way that wasn't damaged says they headed out and were ready to take shelter. And he said he was trying to grab some lawn furniture off his patio before it went, and he said there was debris whipping by him. He was almost hit by a bucket. Just a real big mess here. But again, as you can see, the damage quite significant. Cars here. We're back now on the south side of where the garage was, and you can see where the garage foundation is. and where the garage was, and the garage now laying in pieces across the area. Some of the cars inside are parked near are heavily damaged. It looks like some of the vehicles inside actually maybe didn't get damaged. Some of them have. This vehicle here obviously has windows smashed out. Some of the items that were stored in those garages, probably too heavy for the wind to lift. They're laying here soaked and more than likely probably totally destroyed as well. Not worth anything here, as that'll have to be assessed here in coming days. But again, we're not hearing any reports of any significant injuries. We did have some people that told us some of their neighbors had some cuts and bruises, but again, a pretty amazing sight here in Southwest Fargo this morning. A lot of folks taking pictures here, and again, this building in the 4900 block here in Amber Valley Parkway. We'll try pan around here and a little video. Can't get far enough back, but you can probably see soffit fascias missing, and a good part of the roof here on this particular building also has been blown off here. So again, pretty severe damages out here on Amber Valley Parkway. Just a lot of people just walking around and looking at the remnants of a very powerful storm and what was left behind here.